this hurt. I hurt her, she hurt me.
It was a very scary thing. It was something that was a very big decision I had made in life. Getting married is not ever to be taken lightly. It's not a joke. You know, it's not like we're just fun and in love and being silly. It was a very, very thought out life decision. Definitely the scariest moment of my life.
Hey everyone, so it looks like Hailey Bieber is finally opening up about something that's clearly been weighing on her. Justin Bieber's struggles with addiction. We've seen glimpses over the years, but she's getting candid about how deeply it's affecting not just Justin, but their marriage too. It sounds like things have gotten to a point where she's saying it's really bad, and he needs to seriously address his issues and get some help. It takes a lot of courage to speak out about something so personal, especially when it involves your partner. So let's take a look at what Hailey's saying and try to understand what she's going through. It's a complicated situation, and it's important to approach it with empathy and understanding. But before we
did things that hurt me.
Okay, so just sort of getting into Hailey and Justin's story, and we try to be empathetic. It's so hard to be empathetic towards Hailey. I want Hailey to understand Justin's fans' point of view, because it's so hard for people to be empathetic when you get into a relationship and you marry someone and then you choose to spend money that they work so hard and they hurt. Just remember the guy's point of view, right? You're a teenager. You never really went through hardships as far as, I'm not saying you never really went through exact hardships, but you don't look like you went through hardships, because people that go through hardships usually respond differently. People that are experienced in life respond more empathetic. They either respond empathetic or they become extremely dark towards life, right? Because they feel like life was extremely dark towards them. And I understand that listening to Hailey's story about her parents being, or somebody in her family was an addict or whatever. She grew up around addicts, so she's sort of used to their behavior. So just listening to Hailey's story, and hold on, give me 1 second. Oh, dang it. Hold on. Okay, sorry guys. I literally had to pee. I'm probably gonna have to pause that. But I had to pee because, especially when you're going through struggles, sometimes you can't even go to the restroom. So I just pee in a cup and then I pour it in a bucket. And then when I'm ready, I pour it inside of the toilet. And that's for people that, if you live with someone, it's so much harder, because especially when they're like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. They have a different mindset. They think differently. They feel differently. So they're always like, you're always in conflict with someone else if they don't understand you. And I think that's the reason why me and my partner are apart. It's because he probably has specific ways of surviving. His issues are not half as bad as mine. So if I'm like peeing in a bucket, that might be something that bothers him. And if I'm doing certain things that are not normal, that we were raised to be specific ways, we were raised to pee in the toilet, we were raised to, if I'm not doing those things might bother him, and it might cause so much conflict and make him want to just run off, right? So that could be a whole nother reason why he's not stepping up and saying, baby, I'm ready to live with you, right? So those are a lot of things. This is why I tell you guys this. Your partner this is your partner. This is like your doctor. This is the person that you're going to live with. If you die together, this is the person that's going to take your body and be responsible for your body if that person dies. All the decisions that are going to happen. The person that takes your money, that takes on your life if you die, right? So this is the person that's responsible for you. So me being responsible for my partner and my partner responsible for me, I feel like I have to be like the head of the household and surrender my life, surrender my story, surrender who I am, so that he can be able to see and have a better understanding and better picture of what his wife is going. And I encourage every wife to not be shy, because it is harder. It is more embarrassing for a woman to go out there, because women are on their periods. Women's bodies go through so much trauma and manipulation, and it's like, I want you guys to understand how much harder it is being a woman. And it seems harder being a man, but it's because you've never actually been a woman before. So everything is harder according to what is given to you. It seems like it's the hardest thing, but it's not that hard until you go through something even harder. It's only hard to you because it's what you've ever actually experienced, right? So I try to remind people that, yes, it is. We're going to try to address these situations with sympathy, but we just didn't feel like Hailey was sympathetic or empathetic enough towards Justin. It just looked like she got in there because she was desperate for money, and then when she got in the relationship, she gave up. But Hailey might not know this, but after me actually being in a small relationship, because I'm the only one out of Justin Bieber's fans who actually has a Justin Bieber tattoo. Check everybody's body. Nobody has a Justin Bieber. And if they do finally surrender, it's because they finally seen me, and now they're like following my footsteps, right? But nobody. So Justin sees that, and Justin finally contacts me, and me and Justin sort of get into this like emotional state. This was before I met my partner. And then Justin all of a sudden, like, he just starts to play games with me. Like, he's playing fucking games like, I'm going to show up. I'm going to do this. I got that. I'm pretty sure it was Justin. Trust me. Me and him both know. And so all of a sudden, Justin, and if I'm wrong, then forgive me, but I don't think I'm wrong. Justin is the kind of guy that's been around. His mind has been fucked with so many times that I trust and believe he's ready to take revenge on whoever is his wife, because he feels like it's her job to suck up all these guys to do this. And if she was there, he would have probably sent her to do the work while he collects. And that's the saddest thing about a man being a pimp. He will never get in the ring himself with another man, but he will send his wife. That's the most coward move that a man could ever do, is just keep sending his wife and never ever get in the ring. But as Christian women, we don't believe in sending our husbands to sleep with men. It's treason for us. For us, it's nice to know that you would be that kind to not let me be in it by myself, but I would be humiliated to know that people have had sex with my husband. How would I face God? You know what I mean? Like, oh wow, like, what were you for? You're a woman. Why didn't you just go in there? So sometimes the husband doesn't want the wife to be, enjoying all these men, and just like, let's go see for ourselves, So anyway, just long story short, I just sort of just saw Hailey as if she was, and that it's old, but so it is hard, but I think Hailey is really having a hard time opening up. But when we see Hailey go have fun with her friends, it kind of makes us think that she's ignoring Justin, but she's probably trying to find an escape from a marriage. And Justin Bieber is not being nice to Hailey. Justin Bieber is not seeing what a hero Hailey really was and how much she really deserves those millions. That's not even really much of an excuse, her finding an escape to hang out with friends. Yes, you can be lonely, and then when you're living in your own house, you kind of start feeling the guilt, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm living in this big house, and then he's struggling, and you start feeling guilty. The guilty conscience is just your mind and your body's way of saying you owe him something, right? And when you feel that guilty, you can't expect other women to try to hop into the relationship. There can't be foursomes or anything like that. You got a big house. He definitely, where were you gonna go, Hailey? if it wasn't for Justin coming to your rescue. You can't just look at it from your point of view. You have to look at things from Justin's point of view. But Justin does not make it easy for Hailey to sympathize with him, right? But so yeah, but also Hailey was probably doing some things to make her push. Hailey is kind of vicious mentally. She was probably doing things to irritate Justin secretly, and Justin did it openly, and Justin is like kind of calling Hailey out. Well, why don't you do this shit openly?